Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister of Police, our Provincial Commissioner for Police, and all the dignitaries in this room. I'll start by introducing myself. I'm called Patrick Kawuma Malay. I'm the head of the United Nations High Commission for Refugees Office in Cape Town. Not in South Africa, but in Cape Town. We've got a regional office in Pretoria. I come from Uganda. And I want to tell you as South Africans that you're hearing a lot of things which make you think that you're not doing well as South Africans. But South Africa is doing a great job in hosting refugees. This is something we must accept. South Africa has got one of, in Africa, it has the best legal regime that protects refugees. In many countries, some refugees wouldn't come and speak before you the way Abdi has been speaking. They don't have those rights. And we are not here as UNHCR to condemn what is being done or whatever. We are here to work with the government of South Africa. We were invited by the government of South Africa. We are partners in providing international protection for refugees. So I want us to give ourselves a round of applause for what we've done. You have hosted thousands of refugees who would have otherwise have had nothing, but now they've got a future. They're living among your communities and they've got a future. What happened in 2008 is now behind us. If we can get to the root causes, there are other officers that are addressing that. But I just wanted to come here and tell you that for us as UNHCR, we are really proud of the way the refugees have been accommodated in the communities. Then I get to the issue of the police. SAPS works closely with UNHCR whenever we've got anything to do with social conflict that touches on refugees. Some of these things don't come out in the public. We work closely with the police and they respond. I'm not saying that every case is successful. We are confusing the policing and the justice system. There are many people who are arrested and they're released. But then those are two different issues. But I want to say, if there is need for training, if there is need for enhancing in refugee law or practices or whatever, that's a different thing. We can always work on that. But we want to build on the platform that we already have. Then finally, I want to talk about the businesses that, the issue that we've been discussing all along. When we were discussing with the minister, it came out very clearly that it's not an issue of foreigners versus nationals. It's an issue of lack of regulation in the informal business sector. This regulation will not only touch foreigners, it will even touch a South African. It will be regulation for everyone. So I'm thinking that this is where the solution will come from. I like the speaker who came here and said that all the refugees don't have to be spaza owners. We've got refugees who are doing so many other jobs. We've got refugees who are lecturing in the University of Cape Town, in University of Western Cape. It's just because this data is not out. There is not enough information that is flowing. Because the people affected are in the spaza area, they think that it's their area which is being targeted. The next thing you will find university professors here saying that all refugees shouldn't be lecturers. We are saying human rights are enjoyed by refugees the same way they're enjoyed by others, provided those refugees are in this country legally. If the government of South Africa has allowed a refugee to be here legally, then it opens up its social structures. Refugees go to the same hospitals that South Africans go to. They use so many other facilities, and we are grateful for that. But now that there is this problem, which is not only touching refugees, there are so many shop owners who are not refugees. who are just people who came to South Africa to look for a better way of living. They are what we call economic immigrants. So all these people are clumped in one pot, and they are called refugees. Not only are they called refugees, they are called Somalis. And I think this is going to bring us a problem. We should work together to make sure that there is regulation, there is awareness, and that the two communities are able to live together peacefully. Our office is open. The Office of the United Nations High Commission for Refugees sponsors very many programs in Kaiwicha. And currently we have reached more than 40 schools where we're teaching people about the realities of refugee life. A refugee, finally, as I finish, is someone who does not move because they want to move. They are forced to move. They don't choose a day when they leave. They are forced to leave their countries because of persecution. I am calling upon the Honorable Minister. I know the solution might not lie in his office. It lies somewhere else, but he's a cabinet minister. He will help us to arrive at a solution which will promote coexistence in our communities. Thank you for listening to me.